El rayo del sol se vayan por la arena. Yeah.
So, The Blue Sky by Toni Morrison was written in 1970, and it's written in the moments of the Great Depression and the Civil Rights Movement. Um, the the story is based in Lorain, Ohio, and in the passage I got we see that the main characters which appear in this passage are Pauline Breedlove and Charlie Breedlove. Uh, Pauline is Pecola's mother, which is not mentioned in this passage but is very important. Um, Pauline is Charlie's husband, and in this section of the book is in spring, which is a time of renewal and rebirth. And in this passage, it's when Polly meets Charlie for the first time, and he finds her in the fence. He starts talking, and he starts tickling her bad foot. He starts tickling her bad foot, and she starts laughing. They eventually fall in love, and we can see that she feels really happy that someone is being nice to her, since she was like she's been raised in an atmosphere, in an environment which is full of like racism and cruelty, and she always felt ugly and not in place because of her foot. This section, it's a mixture of third person and first person narration. We can see that there's a third person narration when they're talking about Polly and Choli, about Pauline and Choli when they first meet. But then she starts talking about Choli and her feelings and what she felt when he was there, what she feels when she sees him. And that's when it gets to first person, and it's Polly who's speaking, who's narrating. So in this passage, we see there's the use of repetition of words, and there is an aphra. We can see repetition when there's repetition of colors. She uses a lot of colors in this passage, and she compares her feelings to a rainbow. She says she got stained with berries, her dress, when she sees Choli, and she says, I could feel the purple deep inside me. Purple is a color which represents love, and I think that it's the first time that she feels that someone's loving her, and this is why they fall in love so quickly. And finally, we see that she describes more colors, she says, and that streak of green that them June bugs made on the trees the night we left from down home. Polly's lame foot has always made her feel ugly and has convinced her that she is doomed to isolation. This is why she gets so happy when Choli goes and tickles her broken foot, and starts kissing her leg. We would normally react like not like she reacted to that, because a stranger coming from behind and doing that, it would be weird, but she felt like loved and happy when they did that to her. And another thing, a literary device you can find in this passage is an anaphora. When it says, he came strutting right out of the Kentucky sun on the hottest day of the year. He came big, he came strong, he came with yellow eyes, flaring nostrils, and he came with his own music. We can see the anaphora in he came. He came is repeated around 4 times in this, and we see that he's like, it's like emphasizing these 2 words of Choli coming towards her, towards Pauline.
Oh.
And when he finally found her in the fence. So the contrast in the narrative points of view, the mix of third person and first person, I think is very important in this, because we get like, when it's first like talking about them and how they met and their relationship, how it all started, we see that it's a lot more like not about their like what she felt, but then in another paragraph we see how she describes what she's feeling, how she uses all the colors to emphasize what she felt when she saw him, what happened. And I think this is a really important part, because Pauline in the book, she's not very like, she's closed. She's never, she, or like in the book, she's always sad. She doesn't feel loved. She's like Piccola in a way, and that's why like in this part it's like we see her that she's totally different from what she normally is. And the significance of the passage, of this passage to the work as a whole, well, I don't know. I think that this passage is really important to the like whole book, because like this is what starts like Choli's and Pauline's relationship, and like we can see that they love each other, but like they also like have, later on they have like really big fights. They like, the love they had changes, like totally changes, and like it's different than what it was before. And we can see like later on how like all of this, she's like, she remembers this and she misses it, and she like really wants to be like, she wants to feel like that again. She wants to like Choli to be what he was before, because Choli is he's not like loving, he's more cold, and he can be violent. He always wants to be the one that's right, and Pauline always like remembers this part of Choli, and she describes how Choli changed with time.
Para ano,